Welcome back to the hardest quarterback road to glory on YouTube, where we play with a 5'5" quarterback and the hardest sliders possible. It was the end of the regular season and I was finally receiving some scholarship offers from major D1 schools, so I had a ton of confidence going into our round 1 game against Centerville. The game started off great as I found my favorite target, Craig Ostrander, who was also a big-time college recruit. Our running back punched it into the end zone, but I threw this terrible pick on the next drive, and backed up inside my own end zone, I knew I had to make a play to make up for it, so I rolled out of the pocket and made the best throw I've ever made in my life. My offensive line was doing a bad job of protecting me, but I'd gained a ton of confidence throwing the deep ball, so on 4th and 3, I hit Michael Weisbecker over the top to give us a 14-0 lead. Even though I was getting dogged by the Liberty pass rush, I continued to throw absolute dimes on my deep ball attempts, but I was worried I'd get hurt with all the hits I was taking. Either way, I was having my best day throwing the ball yet, and I was starting to scramble more to get away from the pressure as I followed my blockers for a big 20-yard run. I was able to find my boy Wynn and punch it into the end zone, and our defense was absolutely dominating Centerville, so we had great position to throw this bomb to Craig Ostrander. After Centerville finally scored, I continued to build my confidence with another beautiful touch pass, but the pressure was coming in so fast that I tried to force the ball into a tight window and threw my second pick of the day. I was frustrated with my O-line, so I got the ball out as quickly as I could and kept getting out of the pocket to extend plays. I was turning into an absolute gunslinger as I threw this dot on the run, but I got a little bit too confident and my hurdling skills hadn't improved at all, and Centerville took this recovery all the way to the house for a touchdown. I was unhappy with my 3 turnovers on the day, but I was able to get up out of the pocket and seal the game up as I hit Michael Weisbecker beautifully in stride. And overall, I had one of my most impressive games yet. Power 5 schools were finally giving me a chance after I showed that I could throw the deep ball. In our second round game against Liberty, they came down and got a field goal, but I was reading the defense with ease. After a long touchdown pass to my boy Craig Ostrander, I was feeling good, but I got too antsy and threw an ugly pick on the next drive. Liberty's defense was tough and we went down 9-7, but I answered back with a strike to Weisbecker. And after Ostrander climbed the ladder for a catch, we were able to punch it into the end zone. I scrambled to improvise on the 2-point conversion, and I was doing a great job of getting out of the pocket when I needed to avoid pressure. I was taking what the defense gave us, and now that we had the momentum, it was lights out for Liberty. We were absolutely rolling, and I kept dotting up the defense and making plays with my feet to put us up by 20. And at this point, I was just letting it rip as I hit another deep touchdown pass, and we had a blowout in the second round of the playoffs. After my excellent playoff performances, I finally got a call that I'd been waiting for all year. Iowa head coach Kirk Ferentz told me that he wanted me to take an official visit to Iowa, and after his scouts had seen the heart that I put on display in the playoff games, they were thinking about finally offering me a scholarship. If I continued to perform well in the playoffs, I could be the next quarterback in line for the University of Iowa. In the state semifinal game, we were playing on the fanciest high school field I'd ever seen, and I could tell from the start that Clear Lake had a tough defense. I was feeling anxious during my first drive, and after we went 3 and out, Clear Lake marched down the field for a touchdown. I tried to get my confidence up with a short pass, but Weisbecker coughed it up, and after Clear Lake recovered, they scored another touchdown. I knew this could get out of hand if we weren't careful, so I made some easy reads, including a dump off to Weisbecker that he used to shake back with a nasty stiff arm. I continued my deep ball success, dropping in a perfect pass to Hussein, and we hit Glick over the middle to cap off a huge drive. Clear Lake scored again, so I tried to start finding Craig Ostrander on the perimeter, but it was tough when our offensive line was getting shredded. I was a bit shaken up and threw a bad ball that got snatched out of the sky. Luckily, our defense was able to get a huge stop, and we weren't quite on the same page as Ostrander, but we found Weisbecker wide open on a deep ball for a huge gain and hit him again in the red zone to cut the deficit to 7. On the next drive, we broke off a long running touchdown, and our defense forced a turnover that allowed us to take the lead with another Weisbecker score. I was finally starting to get into a rhythm with Ostrander, but I got a bit too aggressive with this deep ball and turned it over again. I was devastated to be making so many mistakes, but my defense had my back, and we started to get out of the pocket some more. I threw an absolute dot from the sideline to get us within the 10 and scurried into the end zone for a rushing touchdown. The Clear Lake defenders lit me up with a cheap late hit, but Weisbecker got revenge for me by destroying a couple of defenders. We punched it into the end zone, and at this point, we just had to pick up some first downs and run out the clock. After pulling out the win with a tough performance, we were headed to the state championship game. Kirk Ferentz told me that he wanted to see how I would perform in the state championship game under the bright lights of Kinnick Stadium before making me an official offer. Kirk wanted me to stay in the pocket more in the state championship game to show that I could fit into Iowa's system. But the thing is, I won't be able to do any scrambling anyways. Yesterday in practice, I'm pretty sure I sprained my ankle and I can hardly put weight on it. I'm going to have to play the biggest game of my life without being able to move around at all. But I'm still determined to get the win for my team and finally earn a scholarship from Iowa. Alright man, so we're playing in the state championship game against the #1 seed Xavier. This is going to be tough. Let's get it. Alright, nothing's open. Just gonna take the underneath. We have to be smart about just hitting our check down since we can't scramble. Can't get too stuck on the overtop reads. Alright, we got Hal, let's go. Alright, we got A over top. Come on, Gio. Let's go. We'll start looking for those deep balls more later in the game, but right now I want to show Kirk Ferentz that I can be a pocket quarterback. So we're just gonna take what the defense gives us. Let's go. I don't think I like those folks. Yeah, I definitely don't like it. We're gonna take Hussein. He's not going to be able to pick it up. So do we go for this? All right, I had a feeling coach wasn't going to trust our kicker. We're going for it. We got 4 verts. Let's go. All right, we got A. Hang on to that thing, Rivera. Let's go. Touchdown on the first drive. That's how we do it. But despite the broken ankle, we were playing really well. This is a tough play to run because coach normally has me roll out on this one. I'm just going to take the dump off. 0-yard dump off to the fullback. Exactly what Kirk Ferentz wants to see, folks. Now we've got nothing. We've got absolutely nothing. Alright, I think we've got A over the middle. Let's go. Good stuff, Weisbecker. Okay, so we got the safety rolling down here. Definitely going to check over top. Don't have it. Just going to take Ostrander. Let's go, boy. Alright, so great first quarter. We got 140 yards already. Really could not have asked for a better start. We just got to keep balling. Let's go. Alright, do not like this play call on the goal line at all, but we're rocking with it. Let's see. Oh yeah, I got him. I got him. Let's go, win. And defense gets another stop. This is going great. I don't know. I think we might have played the best team last week. You know, I really don't rock with Xavier in real life either, so it'd be pretty satisfying if we just beat the crap out of him right now. Now coach is just calling these slow developing plays. I cannot do this right now, coach. Man, so 3 sacks in a row. My O-line just cannot protect me. Okay, Xavier gets on the board. We're still at 14-3 though. All right, they're just daring us to throw it over top. I'm gonna be smart though. I'm gonna be smart. If we score a touchdown here, I'm just not sure how much time Xavier has to answer. Thought that safety was gonna step in front of that. Get in the end zone, buddy. Let's go. 45 yards to the casa. All right, we're looking good, boys. This definitely has not been as hard as last week, even with the injury. Okay, this is a little different from what coach normally calls. I can't take a safety here. Oh god, and right after I say that, we do take a safety. I didn't realize it was a play action. Okay, so Xavier technically within 2 scores, but our defense is just so good. And I feel like I can get used to this if I end up going to Iowa. Alright, we got a chance to end this game right here. I like this play call. Let's peek B. Nothing. This has genuinely been a defensive masterclass. And we hit win. That might end this game. We've just got to run the clock out here. Alright, so we run the clock out. And City High is your Iowa High School football state champions. Let's go. Alright, so we finally get our offer from Iowa. But along the way, we picked up a bunch of other offers as we're now a 5-star recruit. So let me know down in the comments. Where should we go? Should we go to a blue blood program like Oklahoma or Ohio State? Or even walk on at another school? Tell me what you'll think, and you will find out next episode where we end up. I will see y'all then. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. Peace.